Hey guys, it's Gwendolyn from Draw On This, and I would like to first start off and apologize to you guys if you hear any background noises of cars or the occasional siren that might drive by. I live on a very busy street, and example A. And so there may be that traffic in the background. I'll try to talk loud enough so that you don't hear that, but it probably will show through the video. The second apology I would like to make is that this is going to be like 4 or 5 days of videos smashed into one because of work and scheduling and just different things, just life happened, and I didn't get the chance to make the videos, so this is kind of all of them smashed together in one. I will try not to talk your ear off, but there is no guarantee that that's not going to happen. So, I had to make myself a list of topics because I have to follow the list. So the first day that I missed, and the first topics to talk about, is if there's anything that I would buy to aid or add to my art collection to help me as an artist, things like that. The answer to that question really is I don't think there's anything pertinent right now that I want to buy to add to my art supply collection that I feel like I can't do art because I don't have that. I use Prismacolor colored pencils, like I said in a previous video, so I have a wonderful collection of those right now. I have a great art desk that I bought. I saw someone had posted a picture on Instagram, and I fell in love with the desk and how he had it set up, so I asked him and I ended up finding that desk, and so I do have that art desk, which is what my camera's on right now. It's an absolutely gorgeous desk that I'm using. I have, my camera, I have, just different things like that where I have them already, so I don't feel like there's something that I need to buy right now. And, to be completely honest with you guys, when I started, one of my very first sketchbooks that I ever filled up, which is in my storage container next to me, is, I had been given the sketchbook and I didn't use it and it was set to the side. And, in the course of cleaning stuff up and packing, my mom found it and she goes, you need to, fill this or get rid of it, is really what it was. Which is what I told myself I had to do. And so I did. It was from then on that was really like the push off the cliff that I needed in that art block that I had years and years ago. So I filled that sketchbook up with pencil sketches and sketches that drawings that I would do that I colored with Crayola crayons. So in a sense, yes, there's art supplies things that I would love to buy and love to have and love to try out, but in the same sense, all the stuff I have right now, I should and could be making art with. So it's really like a downgrade to me because I put off the fact that, I can't make art like, this person or that person because I don't have the same supplies, or I don't have this, that, or the other. Well, I don't need those things. I just need to grab my pencil and a piece of paper and start drawing. So, on the rabbit trail from that, I use Prismacolor colored pencils. I've always wanted to try different brands of colored pencils. Like I said in the previous video, when I first started with colored pencils, like artist grade colored pencils, the only name I was ever introduced and the only name I had ever heard of was Prismacolor. So now, years later, I found out that there's other brands like Faber-Castell Polychromos and, just different other brands. So I would love to buy some of those and try those. Just like watercolor colored pencils, I would love to buy those and try those as well. And art markers, like, the Prismacolor art markers or Copic art markers. I would love to try Copic markers, but in the same sense, as much as I want to try them, I'm afraid of using them. I don't have any, but I'm afraid of getting them because I don't know how to use them. And I've watched tutorials and people do their artwork with them, and the result is absolutely beautiful. But I personally am afraid to use it, which is, I really think, just all artists is we get when a new medium or a new product or something comes along that is put in our lap, we're like, oh, I don't know how to use this. I don't want to use it. So it kind of just gets set on, the back burner. And some people, when that happens to them, they're just like hands-on, like, yeah, let's try this. And they just go full throttle and they make beautiful artwork with it. Me, I'm the overcautious, like, I don't know, do you want me to just color with it? So I would say those are two pertinent things that I would want to buy and try out, is just different brands of pencils, and then the art markers, obviously, for that one. So the other topic to talk about today is if I listen to anything or watch anything when I make my artwork. And the answer to that one is a big definite yes. I absolutely love music, and I love listening to music when I'm reading, when I'm cleaning, when I'm sitting on my computer, when I'm doing schoolwork. I almost always have music on. Aside from when I'm doing this video right now, there's no music. But I absolutely love music, and being a musician, I sing, and I sing with my siblings, and I play instruments. So I always love having music on. There's not a set style or type of music that I like to listen to when I'm drawing or coloring with my colored pencils. I know in one of my videos on YouTube, I think you can actually see me like pause and change the music that I'm listening to, or start another song or something. But I almost always have music on. It goes from like instrumental piano music to beautiful soft background music to my favorite songs from soundtracks of movies and such. So it's really just what you need, or what I do is I put on a song that makes me feel happy, or motivates me to be drawing, or creating artwork. And if you guys follow me on Instagram, or even some of my pictures on Facebook, I always have this delightful cord hanging from my ear, because when I take pictures, I always have music on. And yeah, so this is usually how my pictures end up, because I always have music on. So I listen to a variety of things when I'm doing my music. There's nothing set in stone that I have to listen to do my music. Sometimes I just pick songs that, go along with the picture. So, for example, the drawing I'm working on right now, Never Forgotten, in memory of and in honor of our troops that are serving, that have served, those that are being recruited and are going to serve. I have been listening to a lot of instrumental music for that, a lot of patriotic music for that, different songs that people have sung about the troops, things like that. So I do sometimes pick music that goes along with the piece, just so I can put my heart and emotion into the picture that I'm doing. But most of the time it's just whatever I feel like listening to is usually what gets put on. The next thing is if we drink or have anything with us when we're doing our artwork. And my answer is no. Not really, no. I don't have anything next to me beverage-wise when I'm doing artwork, because I'm deathly afraid that I'm going to bump the chair, I'll bump the desk, I'll bump something, 4 feet away, and it'll hit, and I just have a fear of the water or the tea or whatever it is spilling all over my desk, and I don't want that to happen. So when I'm making my artwork, when I'm drawing and such, I don't have anything next to me. I do have stuff, like right now I have green tea on my desk in a secure container, water bottle, such, with the lid, so that if it does get knocked over, it's not going to spill on anything. But if I was coloring with my colored pencils out and such, I don't. Do I have a favorite thing I like drinking when I'm making or creating my art? No, it varies from water to pop or soda, depending on where you're from and what you'd like to call it. I call it pop, but now I call it soda, so either way. I've lately been drinking green tea with honey. which is really, really good. So I've been drinking that lately. You know, iced coffee. When I make myself iced coffee, I'll have that. So it's really just whatever day it is, whatever I grab to drink is usually what's around me. But not at my desk when I'm making my artwork. It'll be on the side, at the side table or something, so that there's no fear of it getting knocked over, because I have had stuff knock over. Thankfully not on any artwork, but it has spilt all over my desk, and there is nothing worse than having a piece of artwork ruined because the paper got torn, you know, the marker went too far, something got spilt on there, and now there's coffee stains on your artwork and it's not supposed to be. So but yeah, I like drinking pretty much anything when I'm doing artwork. Doesn't matter. Another thing is favorite time of day we enjoy doing artwork. For me, and if you've watched my other videos, I want to say thank you so much, because I say a lot and I kind of just scramble through them. And my videos tend to be at night when the lighting looks really awkward. Mostly that's just because of work and too many things during the day, so at night it's nice because everything's quiet and I can just sit and do my video for you guys. The same with artwork. Now that I have a job with schedule and stuff, sometimes it's hard, so it's easier for me to do my artwork at night, like sketch or doodle at night. Other times, you know, if I work at night, it's easier for me to do stuff during the day. Saturdays, if I have Saturdays off, I'll just, like, on wonderful Saturdays, I'll just draw all day Saturday. So there's not necessarily a particular favorite time of mine to draw. There have been times when at, like, you know, 11 o'clock midnight, the sketch I'm doing turns out absolutely fantastic. There's other times where at, you know, 3 p.m. in the car on our way driving somewhere, I can do a car doodle and it looks absolutely fantastic. So for me, it's just any time that I can actually get myself to sit in the chair or sit at my bed or just sit somewhere with a pencil and a paper and actually draw something, it works out great for me. So there's not necessarily a particular time that I like better than others. There have been times, and some of my videos on YouTube are evident of this, that sometimes it would be better for me to do my pictures earlier in the day, so that way the lighting is better. So like now I have my OttLite light bulb in my lamp on so that you guys can see me and it looks semi-good, because if not, if I were to move this lamp back like I have it, there's a really funny shadow that's cast, and so that's really hard sometimes when you're sketching and drawing. If you know, you start it early in the day and then you come back to it later at night, and then there's different lighting bouncing off the walls or shadows that make you like hold up your drawing and look at it and go, okay, that is what I wanted to do. It just looks funny because of the lighting. And same with taking pictures of my artwork to post on social media or to just have to look at, is the fact of sometimes during the day the paper may look a funky color, so when I post it, I'm like, that's not what I drew at all. And then I'll look at it in the morning and be like, oh, you know, that looks so much better. So it's really just the lighting. But I love drawing any time during the day. Any time that I can actually get myself to draw is wonderful. And then the topic for today is our favorite artists. For me, I have loved doing art ever since I was little. I loved coloring in coloring books. I've loved drawing. I've loved doing paint by numbers, you know, paintings. Art class was always one of my favorite classes next to reading in school. So over the years, I've accumulated, you know, several favorite artists that when I see their artwork, I'll be like, oh, I love that artist, or oh, I love that piece of artwork, or, you know, you aspire to be like them. And one of those artists, I wrote a couple of them down, is Bob Ross. I love his artwork. I loved watching his The Joy of Painting show that he had. For me, it was amazing. He could make this beautiful masterpiece in 30 minutes that I'm sitting at home going, that would take me, you know, 30 days to do. But they were just so beautiful, and the landscapes that he would produce, just, I loved it. I always wanted to watch another one. I always wanted to see another painting of his. because there was just something, you know, light and friendly about them that almost made you wish you could walk through the painting and go visit there. You know, the mountain scenes, or when he would do the beach, ocean scenes, they were always so pretty that they made you want to go traveling and see those places that he had been. Another one is Mary Cassatt, and she would do beautiful paintings of like a mother and her children interacting, and there's one painting where the mother is holding the child in just like a loving embrace, and the colors and the like cute pudgy face of the child in the picture are just so open and friendly and like warm and inviting, and I thought she was a wonderful artist that I absolutely love. Another one is Amanda Dunbar, and I love her paintings. I love her artwork that she's done. You know, artwork is a way for us to express ourselves, and through her artwork you can see that. She's got so much depth and story behind each painting that she's done that, you know, you could take a whole day and stare at one painting and think of 32 different storylines that would go with that. She's got one with the girl is in a I believe it's a white dress, and she's staring off looking into like the unknown. It's like a dark forest or a dark backdrop, and it's so intriguing that you can just stand there and you wonder what's behind there. You almost want the picture to come to life, and you want her to move, and you want to see what's, you know, 6 steps ahead. What is that? What's behind there? What's going to happen? You know, or just different paintings that she's done are absolutely beautiful. And I know my favorite artists are all painters, and I don't paint. I do colored pencil. I wish I did painting because of all these artists that I've fallen in love with. Another one of my favorite artists is Terry Redlin. My mom and I had the opportunity to go to his museum in South Dakota, one of the Dakotas. We went to his museum, and his paintings are just absolutely breathtaking. The detail that he can put in those paintings is just mind-boggling. You can just stand there and you can point out every different, you know, little thing. The same with Thomas Kinkade. His paintings are absolutely beautiful. They're so warm and inviting, and like the Thomas Kinkade paintings of one of them's like a garden, like stone archway into what looks like a garden or a yard. For me, it's just so creative that it makes you, like I said before, you want the picture to come to life. You want to. It was created in such a way to where you feel as though that you're standing there, that you could take 2 steps ahead and look to the right, and you can see behind the stone wall. You could see the house. You could see, you know, the family that's in the yard. You know, Terry Redlin's pictures of, you know, wintertime with the horses in the sleigh, you know, going down the hill, the little church up on the hill, you know, different things like that. It's created in such a way that you can feel the artist's emotion and love and passion through that picture. You know, it makes me want to bundle up and go for a sleigh ride. It's just, I love their artwork. It's creative, it's inspiring. It was created beautifully. It's a joy and a wonderful thing to look at and to love. And there are so many other artists that, if I named them all, you know, we'd be here for 4 days, so I won't name them all. But even today, there's so many artists on different social media sites that I have fallen in love with their artwork. I absolutely adore them, whether they're artists on YouTube that I watch when they post a new video, or artists on Instagram that I love their pictures when they come out, or, you know, there's Facebook artists page, there's Google+, you know, all the different social media sites that are out there so that we can share our artwork, so we can have people like our artwork. And it's really encouraging to me when I see all these other artists post these amazingly beautiful pieces of work, that, you know, it's just a joy for us to see them, to look at them, and, you know, you fall in love with the artists and what they do. And it's really, every time we create a piece of artwork, it's a part of us. It's something that we saw that inspired us. It's something that we feel passionate about. It's something that we wanted to put on paper to share with everyone else. my drawing of Never Forgotten is something that is really deep and personal and touching to me. It's something that I feel strongly about.